guys, today we're going to set up a new bin setup for our cubaris rubber bee. Because as you can see, this is a little bit small for the colony and it's overdue for a change. So typically this is already drilled out with our 2-inch fence, which we will have a video on eventually. They're just cabinet vents. We get our tropical soil, or in this case just organic compost soil. Usually I don't typically go very deep. I try to keep it around an inch, inch and a half at most, because anything higher than that I've found is just a waste, because they'll eat the surface and then it'll just be wasted when you do a bin change. So I kind of flatten things out. Hands are all dirty now. I already have some sphagnum set aside. Just kind of ball that up in the one corner. One thing that I do that I don't notice a lot of other people doing, I like to add water first before I start adding everything else, just to rehydrate the sphagnum a little bit and to get that soil a little bit soaked prior to the animals going in. And then I will take our clean litter, which a lot of people don't like, but I don't like invaders, so I clean all my litter before using it. Add some in as it falls all over the table here. Then I got some cork, some other bark. You can collect bark from outside. Just make sure you clean it first, because you will get hitchhikers and you will get random spots of mold like that the springtails will take care of over time, and I'm not terribly worried about. Lots of little hidey spaces. And then, because I know that this colony hasn't had any issues with anyone not in here who are supposed to not be in here, we're just going to kind of take the leaves out, add them in, and then we will slowly take our little rubber bees out and knock them off of this lovely piece of wood with our handy dandy paintbrush. So you don't have to particularly be gentle with this. You just want to make sure that you get everybody into their new home. The good thing about the paintbrush is that it's not going to hurt anyone as you brush them off. They're just going to kind of move with the bristles and fall to their new home, housing, dwelling, whatever we want to call it in this case. Once we are done that, I don't particularly want to keep this piece of wood in here, but I might end up having to, because I am noticing a lot of little mankey hiding amongst the holy pieces, which is regrettable on my part. So apparently it's staying. But then we're going to take the rest of the leaf litter. There's a piece of kettle one that I had in there. Gonna make sure that we don't have any invaders like Pernosis or dwarf whites inside the jar. And we're just going to go with a little bit of a dumping method here, because as you can see, there was a bunch hiding on the bottom side of the dirt underneath a lot of the silty waste and excrement on the surface. So we're just going to kind of break that up a little bit, add it to our moist end so that it can not only inoculate the substrate with the bacteria from the stomachs of the isopods in question. Sorry, that was probably a little bit loud. But also give them a better chance at starting out on the right foot to their new occupancy. And last but not least, we add some more leaf litter to the top of everything, give a little bit of a top dressing. And I like to add our little calcium blocks, which are just limestone, to all of our bins. Usually about the halfway point towards the bottom so that it does get hydrated. And a sprinkling of the pill diet, because everything, which if you're not using it yet, you should give it a shot, because everything goes nuts for it. It's the primary thing that we feed a lot of our cubaris in the facility here. And that's it, guys. Quick and easy isopod setup. Since everybody likes to ask, just toss the lid on, call it a day. Hope you guys enjoyed. look out for our next videos when we do another bigger setup.